Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. It's Christmas Day 2017 with the biggest untold story in America. There's literally a worldwide following of people that have heard this incredible story. That partially it has to do with the secret police gang that was caught on camera in a capital murder attempt. But it's much bigger than that. With 2 weeks after reporting a suspected tunnel to the DEA, my phone lines are cut and I'm shot inside my home. That's a fact, verifiable fact. And I posted the phone number where the call records can be checked on that. I mean, that's real easy to check. That's incredible in itself. And then being with my phone lines shot, I'm shot from somebody under my home, crawled out. You can see somebody turn the lights off in my car as I'm crawling out. I posted that video on my Facebook today, which is here under Buddy Wayne Webb in Midland, and called Ambush My Home. And so they literally were sitting here caught on camera listening to me scream for help, waiting for me to die. And then the secret police show up, and so it's the first known secret police gang since Nazi Germany, and we can't get a news story in the nation. It looks like they murdered the guy that lived here before me. I was told about another girl being murdered at an oil show party. I have a feeling the same secret police involved in that murder as well. Anyway, what I'm gonna focus on today is the crime scene investigation, and is specifically using Google Earth. And that's a real neat tool, and it's free. And I'm gonna show you how to get it, and I'm gonna show you what I did, and then you can follow along and look it up yourself. And a lot of people are doing that, because it's crowdsourcing. A lot of people going, hey, let me check. Maybe I'll see something that you missed, and we can get these secret police identify this crime ring stop before they murder again. It's suspected one of the secret police went on to murder this young mother in her home, and I believe we're going to find that out to be the truth. And so, anyways, I'm going to switch the camera around and point it at the computer here, and we'll get started. Okay, I'm back. I'm just on my desktop computer. If you don't have Google Earth, here's how you do it. You just go to Google, and you can do this from your phone, your iPhone, on your desktop computer, and you just type from your browser, download Google Earth, and hit enter, and it's going to give you the download link. Okay, and I'm not going to go through, click download, next, install it, and all that. So, it's already installed here. I'm going to go to my menus. I'm going to go to Google Earth here, Google Earth Pro. Okay, I've got it installed, and these are startup tips. I'm going to close that. Okay, this is how it starts. Up here in the search, I'm going to put my address in, 3802 Fair Circle, Midland, Texas. It pops up for me. Okay, and I'm going to click search. Watch this. It's zooming on into Midland. And right there. Okay, and I'm going to talk about some of this as we go, and I can move my mouse and zoom in, zoom out. Here's a zoom bar over here. But basically where the pointer at is my home, and that's where I was shot, and of course that's where I reported suspected tunnel to the DEA, and then 2 weeks later my phone lines are cut and I'm shot. What you're going to see here is directly behind my house is the Home Depot, huge parking lot there, which might be important if a lot of people are in the underground facility I was told that was near this home. Remember that a documented person said an underground facility is within a half block of my home. So we're looking at this area. Here's the Home Depot. This is a storage center. This is a big draw that goes deep, a big old hole in the ground right here. Basically, it's a draw. This right here is Target store. This is the Fairmont Park Church of Christ. You'll see it's right up the alley, and I'm going to zoom in here a minute from the back of my home. And so you can kind of see the neighborhood. If you're in Midland, this is Midland Drive. This secluded truck unloading lane I've talked about so much. As you can see, here's Midland. The way it's back in there, you can't see back in there from the street. Okay, so it's totally secluded back in here, and so these trucks can show up here, and there's a wall and this line of trees right here behind my house, and nobody knows they're there. Of course, I know they're there because they're right behind my home. And so the other thing I want to show you is up here. It looks like a clock, and you put your mouse over and it shows show historical imagery. So I'm gonna click that. and notice how it changed. And I've got a date here. It's also dated here, and it has the latitude and longitude coordinates, you know, if you wanted to go that way. Same picture, okay? But it tells me when it's taken. Plane flew over, took a picture, whatever, satellite, whatever it was. Okay, so this one was in February 21st, 2017. So that's when this picture was taken. That's really important because we're going to use that in our crime scene investigation. Remember, there was a capital murder attempt. I was shot inside my home. And so them dates are really important, especially if we're looking for somewhere there's tunnels, entrances, maybe more than one. And so I'm going to zoom in here, okay? And as I do, it gives you a better idea of my little bitty cul-de-sac that I showed. There's only 9 homes in my little cul-de-sacs on a dead end here off Whittle Way, a dead end street. So somewhere in a half block is an underground facility. So gives you an idea. Remember, and there are different videos. Remember the night the guy's running down my alley full speed, cars chasing him, and then they put him in the trunk under gunpoint? I have a video on that. Remember, I was right here in the alley. You can see he had nowhere to go. He's trapped behind my home. And we never found out what that was. Notice here, this tree is missing. Whole line of trees right there next to the telephone pole. That is where the side-by-side manholes are, okay? And here in an older picture, you're going to see where that tree was still there, okay? And so I'm going to zoom in here. Let's zoom in right about here. Let's go to historical up here, and we'll change the slider. Now, this one is April 2016, okay? 18-wheelers, not parked by the loading door, not parked by the loading door. They're parked by the side-by-side manholes and the missing tree, which right behind my home, okay? And if you also remember, right here at the corner of my storage shed, that's where that digging noise was. There's a video on that called Caught Digging, okay, right here. And another thing you're going to see in a minute is this thing that was in the backyard is gone there too, along with that tree. So here, that was in April 2016. Let's go back to October 2014, okay? Tree is there. So we know in between October 2014 and April 2016, this live tree was removed, and this ground covering, large ground covering, suspected tunnel entrance, whatever it was, is gone. And so we can go back further in historical and find out what time range it was put in. And so it just, gives us some clues. You see this right here is some buried concrete at the corner of this house, which is on the southeast corner, and it's real strange right there. And actually, there's another aerial map that looks like a ditch was cut that went right to where them side-by-side manholes on this side. If you extrapolated it that way and this way, it looks like it connected up to these buried cinder blocks to one of them manholes. And so let's go back even further. Okay, here we're in February 2013. Okay, now you got the thing here, tree there. And so you're seeing this picture was taken the year after I was shot inside my home. Okay, and so looks like the next one comes in here at June 2011. Okay, and so June 2011 here was before the murder attempt. I'm shot right here on this side of my house on the inside. I mean, that's the location of the shooting. Okay, let's go back even further. 2009. Okay, now I moved here this is December 2009, and I moved here in 2008 in about October, November. And so I was living here at this time, okay? And the thing's still in the backyard there, whatever that was. Okay, this picture on October 2008, it doesn't look like that deal is there. And this picture, it looks like the imagery dated is March 2008. I don't know, that tells me a different date up there, but here's imagery date, March 31st, 2008. This thing in the backyard is not there. So we know it wasn't there then. Also, other time events, we know that Mike Lawhon, the previous homeowner, died in October 2008. So he died after this was taken. Okay, so it wasn't there in March. Let's go to this next one. This one's dated in December 5th, 2009, right there, and it is there. So we know it was put in there in between that time frame. And of course now, and also gave us the time frame of when that tree was taken out. And so let's go back to the most current one. Okay. And then we can zoom in. And that'll give you an idea of what you can do with this Google Maps. And you can do this with your own home. This is, I can tell because of these vehicles, this is an older, an older picture. Okay. And what I wanted to show you here is when this older picture, because I don't have this vehicle no more, that tree's still there. Okay. Because there's the missing tree. And on this picture, the tree's still there. And so, and we got the time frame when the tree, and I'm suspecting the tree was taken out since it's next to the side-by-side manholes. And also on this telephone poles where that mystery coax goes into the ground. The digging noise was right here by the shed right here. And so all in this area, and I suspect it was taken out to cover up the tunnel that was being used to provide access to the secluded truck unloading lane over there. And so, and this is zoom over here on this side, man-sized tunnel pipe over there. You see it sitting over here, and you drive by my house, you can still see that sitting over there. And I've suspected that, you know, this leftover piece right here, that similar pipe was put in, maybe from where them center blocks are on the corner of the home there, going over to where the manholes were, where them trucks would come over. And then they're running human trafficking, maybe even drug trafficking, sex trafficking, child sex trafficking, etc. So anyways, that gives you some ideas on Google Earth, and Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next time. Bye.